Stadium in East Rutherford. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the New York Giants. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
From the 29, Mayfield. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, first and 10.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that detracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they get...
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Detroit. C.J. Board with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jones and the Giants now with a first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And this will be a Giants first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. The Giants at 8-1 on the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And this one too low.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Jones. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Wan'Dale Robinson, 36 yards. And the Giants are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. A short kick taken at the 18. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. This is Swift on the counter. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be 3rd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing Jones. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 15. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
from the 16. Mayfield. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Fielded just inside the 20. "62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got this complete to Robinson. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's #4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he'll be out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Dobbins is into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. First down, Lions. Now Mayfield. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw again on second down, Mayfield. And this throw will be intercepted. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Touchdown, Giants! J.K. Dobbins. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? Just because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. It's a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. Mayfield now. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Mayfield to throw it. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing on first down, Jones. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
This is caught. It's Robinson with a Giants touchdown.
A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Mayfield looks to throw, and he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick.
Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time again.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds.
A big play there for the Giants. 44 yards. Now Jones on 1st and 10.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
He's going to float this one deep right side. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop.
I think it's pretty evident. We could say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw taken in here by Jackson.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield.
He'll find Swift out of the backfield.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 2nd and 10, Mayfield.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And right with it here over the middle. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 26. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. 1st down, Mayfield. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. And incompletion as a result.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Mayfield on play action. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
DeAndre Swift with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Jones.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Jones off the play fake. Wide open receiver complete.
And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They go play action here on 1st down.
That ball caught by Slayton. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Right back to Dobbins on 1st.
And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Jones. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A good pickup there at 22. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
This is caught. It's Robinson with a Giants touchdown.
A great effort there. With his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year.
And the Giants are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
From the 29, Mayfield. It's complete to Williams. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
They find some open field here.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 57 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. To throw, Mayfield. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Kayvon Thibodeaux able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Throwing, Jones. That's complete to Robinson.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 41, Jones. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. 36 yards on the play. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Jones now going to throw on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
What a stand there defensively. They force the 3rd and goal, force them into what they think will be a passing situation, and then they make sure to lock up all the receivers and come away with the interception. Sounds simple, but that was really well done.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Out of his end zone, Mayfield. A quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Mayfield on third down from his end zone. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. It's fielded at the 45. 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Looking to throw, Jones.
He finds his man, it's Robinson.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
That's going to be caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
This is caught. It's Robinson with a Giants touchdown.
A 1-yard touchdown pass.
And the Giants are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead.
Gano the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Taken from about the 12. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation.